Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm John Magrath and I'm Programme Researcher in Oxfam.
What does that mean?
Well, it means I work with programmes on this issue, is particularly climate change, to work out what the impacts of climate change are going to be for Oxfam.
And John, you have just come back from Uganda and you look very excited. Why?
Well, we just launched a report on the impacts of climate change on poverty in Uganda. And this is it, Bush.
Oh, what is that report?
It's called Turning Up the Heat, Climate Change and Poverty in Uganda.
Why do you call it Turning Up the Heat?
Well, that's what's happening in Uganda, because the temperature's rising, the seasons are changing, people, whether they're agriculturalists or pastoralists, are finding that their livelihoods are being seriously damaged.
What is so important about this report? Oxfam publishes so many of them, it gets boring.
Well, this is the first time that we've published a report like this, and we hope other countries will follow suit. It's the first one in Africa, so I think it will have a big impact on the continent. It certainly had a big impact on our staff in Uganda as well.
Why is it had such an impact on the
staff?
Well,
they knew that climate change was happening, but they didn't really know what was happening. And I think when we went to launch the report, we actually pulled together a team of people who were Ugandan, who have become really enthused, and they understand the issue and they understand how it's affecting the people they work with. And we had a big event to launch it, and it was a great success.
Why was it a success? Give me 3 reasons why it is a success.
Well, we had lots of media there. I mean, we had wall-to-wall radio coverage on all the radio stations and the television as well.
This is because you have made things sensational. You say something about coffee disappearing from Uganda?
Well, it's sensational in the sense that the impacts on Uganda could be really, really serious. But it was more than that. I mean, I think it was showing the long-term effects, the grinding away at people's livelihood that goes on.
You mean now it is hurting people?
Now, yes, all the time. Everybody I spoke to in Uganda, all the farmers I spoke to, all the pastoralists, they all said the same things.
So you didn't just sit in the office and write this report, John?
No, I went out to Ruwenzori and I went out to Teso, and we also had information from other Oxfam staff in the pastoralist regions. So
you said something about a whole package was prepared by the team. Can you show me?
I think this was one of the most impressive things the team did, and another reason why it was successful, because look at that. The report came in this package made of recycled banana paper.
Recycled banana?
Yeah,
and Uganda grows a lot of banana.
Sorry?
Uganda grows a lot of banana.
Oh, Uganda does grow a lot of banana, it's true.
Wow.
And then inside you have a DVD. This was a film made by a Ugandan filmmaker about climate change impacts. So we showed this in the theatre, also called Turning Up the Heat. And then there's the summary and the press release and the programme and so on.
What is the thing behind that? There's a colourful thing.
Oh, that's the annual report as well, so people could know where to get information about Oxfam. So
it's a lot of money spent for one day of some sensation in Uganda.
It didn't cost very much money. I mean, we produced, I think, 60 of these. About 600 copies of the report were printed. But to get that media and to get quite two very senior politicians involved was another big thing. And also the academia and the Department of Meteorology, who are dealing with climate change.
So what
in Uganda.
next?
What next is that we did this in the capital, Kampala. The Oxfam staff, who are now really enthused and empowered by this all, they are going to go to all the regions where we did the research. That's the north, the west and the east. And they're going to do regional launches of this inside Uganda for all our local partners. And then we hope that what will come out of it will be a real coalition of civil society organisations that are going to be holding the government to account for its adaptation programmes and making sure that any money is received is really well spent and goes to relieving poverty.
So what is the one message that you want to give for supporters here in the UK because of your visit and the success of this?
I think the big thing, the big message is that any country really can do this. That's the message to Oxfam staff, and I hope other countries will follow. And the message to supporters is this is an absolute injustice. People in Uganda have absolutely minuscule emissions of greenhouse gases, and yet they're the people who are paying the price here and now for our profligate lifestyles in the West.
Thank you, John.